Hey guys, it's Eric, owner of Farpoint Farms, and today I'll be reviewing the HD Stacker TV antenna. Now, I've had this set up for 3.5 years now, and overall I'm pretty pleased with it. I'm not going to jump up and down with joy, but it's done better than I expected, a little less than I was hoping for. Does that make sense? Probably not. It doesn't even make sense when I said it, but that's the situation. The HD Stacker is a compact VHF and UHF TV antenna, and I set mine up here on the roof when we first moved in. It's lightweight, and it does perform fairly well. Now, I've got it hooked up to an old antenna rotor that I purchased used at a yard sale. I got new wiring at Radio Shack, which is now out of business in our area, but it functions pretty well. And I also installed a Radio Shack preamp up there on the mast, and that made all the difference in the world. Now, a little bit of background here. We're not supposed to get any TV coverage, even with a deep fringe antenna. I'm so far out in the middle of nowhere, and I'm surrounded by such big mountains, that technically I am in a dead zone. It had one station listed in the red, and that was it. And obviously, with rabbit ears or indoor antennas, amplified or not, I get no coverage. So, on a whim, I spent $100 and purchased this HD Stacker antenna. Set it up, put the preamp that I had from my previous house on it, and used that rotor that I picked up at a yard sale with some new cabling. Ran that down here, and I'll show you here. I had to pay extra. I paid an extra $16 on Amazon and got this Eve mount system, which worked fairly well. It's pretty easy to install, and I had iron pipe that I just cut. Actually, I think that's steel pipe that I cut. Now, of course, I grounded everything, and I installed some standoffs and ran the wire down the house here, down, and excuse the blueberry plants. There is a ground rod pounded into the ground there with a grounding block, and then the wire and the antenna rotor wire go through to a distribution box that feeds the rest of the house. Overall, I'm pleased, you know. I'll give it a solid B. And we'll go inside and I'll show you how many channels I get. Now remember, according to Antenna Fool or what is it, TV Fool or some station like that, a website you can go on, you enter in your location and it does a search and it comes up with your exact elevation and all that. Lets you know what stations you're supposed to be able to pick up. Mine had no in the green, none in the yellow, had one station in the red, and of course with just a regular antenna I picked up nothing. So let's go inside and I'll show you the TV stations that I pick up. Alright, so I've got the system set up, and you know, sometimes a year you get more channels than other time of year, so I'm doing a fresh rescan of the system, and we'll just do a channel count here. But generally speaking, I get better reception in the summer than in the winter. I don't have a clue why that is. You'd think with the foliage off the trees that I would get better reception in the winter than in the summer, but it's the opposite. I don't know if it's air density or humidity levels or what, but either way, it is what it is. So during the summer, and it's August right now, just an average day, a little overcast. I'm going to run through the scan here, and of course this takes a little while, but I'm going to go ahead and speed up the video here for a second. Okay, I've blurred out what's on the screen because I'm not sure what the copyright situation would be with that. But we ended up with 14 different channels, and that's pretty cool. So, I mean, what can I say? The HD Stacker outperforms. Certainly, I'm only supposed to be getting one channel with a deep fringe antenna, which would actually be two because there is a subcarrier on that channel. But instead I'm getting 14, which gives me a net gain of 12 channels over what I'm supposed to be getting. That's not bad. I kind of wish Radio Shack was still in the business. My last house, I had a Radio Shack VU190XR. It was like their deep fringe, extra long range, and that thing was a monster. And I had that on the house for like 15 years and decided to leave it when I moved. Kind of wish I had taken it. I didn't realize it wasn't available anymore. But I do wonder, if it would pick up an extra station here or there, but I guess I'll never know. Yeah. But overall, for the HD Stacker, I have to say I'm impressed. I'm happy with the channels that I get. I don't watch a ton of TV, but between the 14 channels that I get here, plus I have a Roku and I watch a lot of YouTube. So that pretty much covers my TV viewing experience. That's it. I'm Eric, owner of Farpoint Farms. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the review. And if you did, maybe you'll consider subscribing and liking this video, because there'll be plenty more just like it. Take care.